Hello everyone, in this video I'll be showing you a Battle Mage Arcane Knight build guide in Baldur's Gate 3. This is a mod that just got added to console today, made by Tacos 4K, and I'll be showing you gear, the build, as well as a combat demonstration in this video. As for the cantrips that we're going to pick at level 1, what's cool about this mod is we actually get the ability to cast these as bonus actions, so things like Green Flame Blade and Booming Blade can be extremely powerful. So I guess to start off, taking Green Flame Blade or Booming Blade, your choice, at the start is great. I also like to take Lightning Lure if you have Mistress spells, because you can pull the targets towards you and attack them. That just makes it easy. If there's something slightly out of range, you can use this to get them closer. And for our ability scores, it's important to have good intelligence. This is going to be our main spellcasting modifier, so having 16 intelligence is going to be important. And having a good amount of constitution is important as well, but I think that dexterity is going to be our biggest stat here. So you can go with the 16 dexterity, take constitution up to about 14, and then put the rest of your points into strength or charisma. We can also go with a strength potion if you want, so that's another choice if you want to minimize stat requirement of strength. And skill proficiency is your choice. I'll be going over the full build guide in this video, so you can check that out. I'll be doing the other subclasses as well, so you get a full picture of what this can do. At level 2, we get the Spelled Blade, so when you deal acid, cold, fire, lightning, or thunder damage, this element infuses your weapon, and you deal an additional 1d4 of it on your next turn of combat, until the end of your next turn. So that's good. You can go in, cast a cantrip with a bonus action, eventually, and then also get that damage on your spell, on your weapon. I recommend taking this shield spell here at level 2 here. This is extremely useful for staying alive. I also like to have Thunder Wave or Magic Missile. Magic Missile, just a very nice guaranteed hit spell. Absorb Elements can do a similar effect there, but we already got that. So I like Frost Fingers personally. Cold damage is actually really good in this game, so we can go with that there. We can also take Thunder Wave for the pushback, because knocking people off of ledges is really useful. And at level 3, we get to choose our subclass, the Arcane Knight, which gives us the cantrip Arcane Prowess, which gives bonus to saving throws from magic equal to half your proficiency bonus. So that's a nice +2. This isn't extremely useful, but you're going to see what else we can get with the Arcane Knight. We can choose two. There's a big choice that we'll get later on, which can really impact this build. Now for our next spell, Thunder Wave is extremely useful, so I'm just going to take that. But if you want, you can take Chaos Bolt or Chromatic Orb. But yeah, we'll go with the Arcane Knight. There's also the Arcane Vanguard, which gives you temporary health whenever you are targeted by a spell. And the Witch Hunter, which I'll also be doing a build on, you can do additional damage to the undead. But we're going with this one here, and taking Thunder Wave at level 3. Now for level 4, we get ourselves a feat, and I would recommend taking up an ability score improvement on your intelligence, and you can also go with dexterity if you want for more of a dexterity focus. Level 5, we get ourselves an extra attack. That's really nice. So that's a big buff, and we get level 2 spells. So I like Scorch and Ray. That's a pretty good one. We can also go with Misty Step or Mirror Image, which will increase your armor class by 9, making us very tanky. Hold Person is another great spell to go with, or Agonizer Scorcher if you have the Mistress spell mod. So you can take which one of these you find most effective. I think actually Hold Person might be one of the best choices here. Cinelix Snowball Storm also is quite nice, so you can go that route. But Hold Person, because we're also in martial class, get critical hits on close range. Now War Magic, this is where we're able to cast cantrips as bonus actions instead of actions. You can toggle this off if you want. This is really nice because we can use things like Green Flame Blade or Booming Blade as bonus actions. Now we get to choose if we're going to be a Knight of Solaris, which gives additional radiant damage, and we can heal, and we get proficiency in Insight, or the Sentinels of Lunaris, which gives us additional necrotic damage on attacks per turn, and you can see in the dark, and we get a darkness spell. I believe this to be the most powerful one, because you'll see, it gets pretty crazy. Now at level 7, we get ourselves the Elemental Slash, which our attacks can deal additional 3 to 18 fire, cold, or lightning damage. And if your weapon's infused with Spelled Blade, it triggers twice. So I'll show you what that looks like in the combat section. For next spell, I think Agonizer Scorcher is a fun one. So we can go with that, or you can go Scorching Ray. Misty Step's also useful, and Cinelix Snowball Storm, also another great choice, but your preference there on what spells you like. Just take something elemental damage based. We also get ourselves another cantrip here, so I think this is a good time to take ourselves the Green Flame Blade. And for our feat, I think an ability score improvement on dexterity is probably good here, or intelligence if you want to spell cast more. But here is where we get level 3 spells at level 9. So we got some great choices like Fireball. There's also a Chain Lightning. I think this is actually a mod that I made, so I won't select that because it's usually the sorcerer spell list. I did create some mods in my playthrough, so it does cause some issues there, but we also got ourselves Tidal Wave, which is nice for setting up extra lightning damage. And also like Cynic Snowball Storm is not a bad choice again, as I mentioned, but Fireball just being a very effective one, and Haste also being another nice spell to take too. But at level 10, we get ourselves the subclass feature Nightly Order Enhancement, so we've received further powers from your Nightly Order, so this gives us the ability to cast Darkness spells, which you'll see. At level 11, we get ourselves the Quick Movement, so you can move through non-magical difficult terrain without extra movement costs, and you're unaffected by hazards. We also get the Quick Move and Dash, which will double our movement speed as a bonus action using a battle point, and the Disengage too. For our spells here, Haste is a really nice one to take, so you can go that route. But if you got other ones that you prefer taking, like Sonic Blast, which can be nice, knocking targets prone, you can go that route, or Misty Step just because of how useful that is. I'm just going to go with Haste because Haste is invaluable to have. And for our final level, we get ourselves a feat. You can go with the ability score improve and take Dexterity up, or you can go with the Alert feat for increase 5 to our initiative. Dexterity just gives us higher armor class with medium armors, and as well if we want to go a certain route with this. So we got ourselves 26 armor class here. I'm going to show you, I guess this is with the Massive Skulls of Perception, Cloak Protection, and we'll go with a armor choice here. This is not the correct one. We'll go with ourselves the Armor of Agility, which can keep our spell casting there and gives us a 28 armor class. We can also go with the Ballast Armor because this is nice. If you want to add in piercing damage, this is going to be the strongest version of this at 25 armor class. And then for our weapon, if you go with the Ballast Armor, I think it's best to have the Shar Spear of Evening because this will give us blind immunity and we can create more darkness. This is just extremely powerful combination, so you can go with other ones. Even Nyrulna is a fun weapon to use. Your own personal preference. If you want to go strength build, you can go Sacred Star there. Or you can even go with like the Trident of Waves and set up water, and then also cast cold spells to be able to deal a little extra damage. We don't have Cone of Cold, however, so that is a little bit of a lesser side effect, but even the Infernal Rapier here can be a good choice. But I'm going to go with the Shar Spear of the Night, and this gives 25 armor class. We can also swap out the boots and take Nier's boots if we want, because with the Snowburst Ring creating ice surfaces, we can resist slipping on them, which is really good to have. So something like this gives us 24 armor class, and I'll show you what this looks like in combat. So to set up, you would cast Haste on yourself, but that means you can't cast Hold Person, so I'm actually going to get Gale here to cast Haste on my character, as this will open up my concentration slot. And I'll show you guys what this looks like solo in combat, so we'll just go right into a fight here. Now we're basically going to want to spend as much time as we can getting the elemental damage on our blade, so we can just run right up to them here. And what's cool about this is we can go with like a booming blade here, which is our bonus action. We can attack with that. That took them out because it hits really hard, and the Ballast Armor gives us additional damage. Then we can go ahead here. If we had Lightning Lure, I could pull him in close, but we got ourselves Fire Infusement on our weapon, so it deals additional fire damage, and it's a random choice on that. But since we don't have any options for spells, normally I would go in and attack again, but I can't reach him here, unfortunately. I guess again with this attack, so we can go with that. 41 to hit, nice. That took him out, and we can't do anything else here. Thunderwave would have been another nice fun one to just drop him off the ledge there. And we also got Agonize or Scorcher here if there's anyone like in a line away from us. We also got ourselves a Fireball we could drop, or a Magic Missile just for a little bit extra damage, which we can attack them with. So we'll go ahead with that. Cannot find a path. Unfortunately, we can't drop these down on top of them. Not sure why it's not able to find a path, because this is pretty... I feel like this is pretty close, but I guess we'll just end our turn there. But yeah, bonus action attacks are really nice because then you got your actions fully freed up, but you got 2 attacks with them, which is nice. And I guess we'll deal a little damage there, a little psychic damage. Hit for 24 Gs. That was pretty intense. Resonant Stone does help if you have psychic damage, of course. Athletics failed. That would have been a very sad way to go. We can also turn the tides if we wanted to. We could hit them with this and run behind them and hit them with that. But since we're here now, we can go ahead with our attacks. We got the Green Flame Blade, which is a bonus action, so we'll attack there, and this will infuse our weapon with additional fire. So we got ourselves Fire Infusion, and then we can go with an attack here. So we just got a regular old attack, which will deal a good amount of damage. Boom, that took him out. Perfect. And then since we're here, I may as well try and do something a little silly. Since we got the Thunder Wave here, we can try to push her away, and it worked. Perfect. So yeah, we got ourselves now a Thunder Infusement on our weapon, so while this class isn't very strong per se, it's fun to play because you infuse your weapon with your different damage types. So you get like the lightning damage on your weapon here. You can pull targets towards you. So you can see there we got lightning infusement on our weapons. We also got guards here coming after us. So well, I guess we'll show off a little bit more combat here. What's fun about this, we still got our haste for 2 turns, so we gotta don't lose our concentration. I want to drop a fireball here so we can hit 3 of them here. That's fine, we'll just go with that. Boom, he saved on the fireball, that's fine. We'll just drop another one. So we only got 3 level 3 spell slots. We're able to take out 3 of them there with that. And for our final hit, we can just go with since we got the fire infusing our weapon, we can go and set up thunder on our weapon now. Bonk them with that. 4 people, 1 turn, 2 fireballs. It's crazy. You can make pretty much any build strong. This one isn't the most powerful build or the most powerful subclass in the game, but it's a fun one. I love being able to infuse weapons with the different damage types. So yeah, shout out to Tacos 4K for making this incredible class mod. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Hit the subscribe button below if you haven't already, and I'll see you all in the next video.